Awesome. Well, Drew, thank you for taking the time out of your day today. Really appreciate it. If you don't mind, before I go in and ask you some of the questions that I have for you today, would you mind just giving me an introduction of yourself and your role with ABM?
Yeah, sure. Bill, good to see you. Thanks for having me. So my name is Drew Fogle. I work for ABM, and my role with ABM is a sales trainer for our Link franchise network. So what that means is, as part of the Link franchise network, we have around 150 or so mechanical HVAC contractors across the country and even into Canada and Mexico and beyond. And as they have folks come onto their individual businesses in a sales role, they will then meet with me and go through some of the training offerings that my colleagues and I have in terms of training them on our sales philosophy, as well as training them on some of the tools and resources available to them as sales professionals. So that's a little bit about me. So thanks for having me, Bill.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So first question, can you tell us a little bit about the pain point that ABM had when searching for a solution, and ultimately, what was the rationale behind choosing Gryphon?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, with all of the sales folks that I support and that ABM supports, especially in the mechanical space, developing a consistent method to prospecting and appointment setting is really important. So qualifying and disqualifying prospects is certainly a key part to any sales pipeline, but we wanted to be able to have a higher touch point in how our sales reps were actually contacting individuals. And in our research, Gryphon appeared to be the leading provider from a software standpoint to be able to give us exactly what we need in terms of tracking call progress, tracking metrics around how successful our reps are in making the calls, in setting appointments. So that was some of the reasons why we went with Gryphon. They're really proving to be great partners early on in our relationship with them, and it's really meeting our needs in terms of being able to help our reps use all of the metrics that are in place at our fingertips so they can be better at what they do and sell more business.
Awesome. Really great stuff. Thank you, Drew. So can you tell us a little bit about how Gryphon has impacted and changed your organization from, onboarding of reps and to those that are more mature with use of the system?
Yeah, and one way that it's helped change us is that we're able to have more of a finger on the pulse of how our reps are doing. At any point in time, our sales managers and our coaches can tap into call recordings, by example, of what our reps are conducting their calls, and just being able to access those recordings and some of the metrics that are attached to each of the dials really help us coach our reps better. And I think it really makes a strong difference in being able to manage how they're contacting people, when they're contacting people, and what their messages are. We can learn from some of the wins, but we can also learn from where a call might not go the way we expect it to go, so we can pull that recording and use it anytime for a coaching experience as well. So just a couple of ways that it's impacted, but it definitely has been an impact to our business for sure.
It's always great to hear that. Next question for you, Drew, is what can you say about your favorite part of using Gryphon today?
So my favorite part from a usage standpoint is the tracking and call recording coaching element. So, a lot of tools are just tracking devices or tracking technologies, but where Gryphon really differs from its competitors is housing these recordings. So at any point in time, a coach or a sales leader can pull that recording down and listen to the recording from the rep. But I will say that from a dashboard and a reporting standpoint, it's a really up-to-date and fresh look and feel as well, and the user interface is is really easy and intuitive. So those are just a number of reasons what are my favorite aspects of using Gryphon and using the software.
Well, that is music to our ears, Drew. Really appreciate that. One last question for you today. What can you tell me about your experience in working with, I guess, myself and also just the Gryphon team?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that stands out with partnering with Gryphon is that they are an extension of our team. So personally, we've worked with Bill Noonan and Stacy Elliott, and they've truly become partners. They've really been able to embed themselves into our organization, learn about what we do, learn what's important to us, and they're available and they're really at our fingertips anytime we would call and need them to jump onto a training or provide an overview to either the sales reps themselves or some of the coaches or the sales leaders. So just being able to have that personal touch and have that one-on-one relationship with our partners at Gryphon really goes a long way. It helps us establish a rapport and trust with the contractors that we support from a corporate standpoint, that we have the experts at our fingertips to come on at any moment. So that has really been a difference maker and really been one of the best experiences with using Gryphon and the team there at Gryphon.
Awesome. Well, Drew, I again really appreciate you taking the time today. For those of you watching, as Drew said, we're here for you whenever you need us. Feel free to reach out. You can contact us via our help desk email at helpdesk@gryphonnetworks.com. Drew, thank you again and have a great day.
Yeah, thanks so much, Bill. Great to see you.